Hi, my name is Caitlin. I wanted to start the Sims 4 In Bloom Legacy Challenge because I've been so lovely and beautifully inspired by all the people that I'm watching do it. The Twitch streamers, the YouTube videos, the TikToks, all of the above. I'm really enjoying it, so I wanted to just start one of my own, even though I don't have a lot of the expansions, the stuff packs, the things that are required for the challenge. But for the first two generations, I've got it covered. From there, we'll see what happens. I plan on doing a Create a Sim playthrough, like walkthrough with you guys. However, I'm not sure when my OBS decided to stop recording, and I can see the recording in my saved files, but it's not loading. I have a feeling something might have gone wrong with it. So anyways, I just wanted to go over our beautiful sim. We have April Blossom. The daisy, which is the first generation, is the flower for the month of April, and then blossom is just a synonym for bloom. I didn't want to use bloom because that's what everybody else seemed to be doing, so I just wanted to do something a little bit different, just outside the box like a hare. With the Sims Legacy and Bloom Challenge, the Generation 1 is all about being outdoors. They have the freelance botanist aspiration, which is the Sim wants to grow plants and become an expert gardener. You also have cheerful as the first trait, clumsy, and loves the outdoors. So our lovely April, her colors for her generation are white and yellow, and given that it's white and yellow, I went with a blonde Sim. Just felt right. And then very light makeup. We're trying to think of a girl who is out in the sun enjoying her garden a lot. She's got all sorts of little freckles, whether it's on her body or on her face. She's just enjoying having her time outside. So we went through and we made some outfits. I have two everyday outfits, one for like a more spring summer time and then one for more of like a winter fall time. I get in the winter, she'll have her winter clothes, and in the summer she'll probably wear her summer outfit, her hot weather outfit, but I just wanted to have a couple options. So for our everyday outfit for when it's more like springy and warm, we have a cutie pie little white shirt with some yellow shorts and then yellow little ankle rain boots, because I was thinking, she's out in the garden, she's enjoying her time. She doesn't want to get too muddy and gross on her feet and like ruin some white shoes. So rain boots just seems practical when you're watering plants, you're walking through your garden area, you're just having a great time. So that is something that I decided when it comes to that. I just wanted to be realistic, a little bit more practical. She also has shorter hair because she didn't want to have like crazy hairdos when she's outside all the time, doesn't really want it to get in her face, and not a lot of maintenance. You can tell it looks more natural. It's not really done. Just kind of floats around her face. And then this is our more warmer weather outfit. We have cooler weather every day, like a fall. We have our yellow toms, some nice skinny jeans, and obviously the classic cottage living sweater. However, this is the CC of like the cottage living extras where they take the sweater from cottage living and crop it. Super cute. And then her nails, I found the French tip nails have white nails with yellow tips. So that is what she has. It felt right. I actually didn't add it to this outfit. So let me do that super quick. Just got to get our... Great. Okay. Let's spin her back to the front. So this is our formal outfit. It's a nice little yellow dress. And then she has a pearl bracelet and then a yellow gold watch. She also has white pearl earrings. Her makeup is a little bit more darker. It's not a lot, but a little bit. And then some yellow heels for our athletic wear, which we will be wearing a lot because we are going to be doing all sorts of yoga and wellness. So we have a little tied up shirt. And although she could be wearing leggings, she went for more of the yoga pant-esque style with some yellow sneakers. Unfortunately, I don't have CC shoes that have yellow and white for sneakers, but that's okay. And then for sleeping, she felt like a cozy gal to me. So she has a big sweatshirt, a white pair of baggy sweatpants, and some comfy yellow and white slippers. She just felt like once she gets done in the garden, she takes her shower and she's relaxing inside. She just wants to relax, She doesn't want to have to just really worry about anything else. It's time to sleep and snuggle and be happy. So then we have our party outfit. So we went with the daisy earrings. I decided to go with a little colorful yellow bangle set. It doesn't really match the daisy earrings, but I just wanted something. This is also a cottage living top, and I believe these are CC yellow little pants and cottage living wedges. And then once again, missing our beautiful fingernails. All right, for our swimwear, this is my only CC bathing suit, and it is beautiful. It's a little pale yellow. Our hot weather wear is extra spicy, if you will. So I didn't want to put her in sandals in her everyday wear because it just didn't feel right to be looking around a garden in flip-flops. However, I don't really have much of a choice when it comes to hot weather. I cannot imagine putting on like a chunky, thick pair of shoes when it's like 100 degrees outside. So we're going to keep little yellow flip-flops for this. And then as for our cold weather, this is a CC jacket that once I saw it, I was so excited. I'm sorry, are you wearing a ring? Girl, get that off. I added a hat because if you've never been in the winter, you're not trying to go out without a nice little warm hat. And then we have our turtleneck under our big puffer jacket, some white snow pants, white boots, and white gloves. So this is our Generation 1 founder. This is April Blossom. I love this outfit. I might make her wear this one more often, but this is April Blossom, and I am so excited to get to playing. I recently downloaded mods. I've never played the game with mods before. I've never played the game with CC before, Sims 4 anyways. I've been kind of on a Sims 4 hiatus for a while because I haven't really I haven't had it on a computer that was functioning, and then I finally caved and downloaded it onto my Mac, which is not really the ideal situation for it, but we did our best. What do we have over here? This is a great place for a spa. Ooh, what's this Cutie Pie little lot? I like that lot. Let's go with this one. It says residential, right? Yeah, let's go with this little lot. It just seems adorable and cute. It's like a little dog park over here, which is so cute. Anyways, so this will be a good place to place a spa once we move in, but we are going to quickly just jump into our lovely, wow, it even has some trees on it. That'll be fun to design around. So one thing when it comes to the build, I just want to do a quick little build together. I think this lot is just adorable. Like, she is right in the hubbub. She's going to meet some people. She can go to the parks. I really enjoy this little lot. Got a little dog park over here. Okay, she might have to adopt a dog. Oh my goodness. Look at how cute this is. Sorry, I haven't seen this part of the world because I haven't really played that much. So I am actually super excited for this. Her house is going to be right here, and then she has this adorable thing right there. So we're going to do a quick little build. I've been watching a ton, and when I say a ton, I mean a ton of really, really, really cute little speed builds by Sim Lissy, and then she was suggesting a few other people to follow, so I did start trying to follow them as well, and my goodness, am I in love with her builds, and it motivates and like inspires me so much to do stuff like that, and I so badly want to just have fun and do a cute little build. I'm going to end up making her money down to $1,000 regardless of what the build looks like, so I probably will be using cheats. I'll probably be using some things that are custom content, just not a ton. I'm going to try to make this into like a cutie pie, little plant-loving, cottagey look house. I want to keep the trees that are already here because I feel like that really just adds like a little extra bit of challenge. Do I want to challenge myself even more? Not 100%, but I'm going to do it regardless. Wow, I am so excited. So as far as accessories go, I am so pumped. I am so excited. I cannot wait to continue to play this. And so I hope you guys enjoy my little speed build. I can't guarantee it will be as good as the lovely Sim Lissies or really anyone who does speed builds on YouTube because I don't ever do them. And I just want to have some fun, and it might be all over the place, and I will try and do a voiceover so we can discuss it. But I hope you're ready. Let's go. Hello, everyone. I know you just heard me talking, but I'm back, and I'm finally doing the voiceover of this speed build. I'm excited about this. I know you probably have already seen a speed build where I said that it was my first build. I lied. This technically was my first build. Like before I did the build that I wasn't super excited about. The CC one. I love the inside. I didn't love the outside, which made me not love the house, but it's fine. So this build took me a long time because I was messing around for the first time in forever. So it took me a hot second. Anyways, this is the shell that I created. I wanted it to be a small home. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It's not meant to be huge. It's not meant to be crazy. I wanted to give slight cottagey, like gardeny vibes, but I didn't want to go crazy. So I did use that cottage living trim and the green swatch. And then I used these like, shaker style? I don't know.
whatever, the uneven roof tiles. Then I messed around for a while trying to find a white door that I like, and I didn't do a limited pack, and I also use CC in this build. I don't typically do that. This was the time I did because it was my legacy build. I don't know a better way to describe that. So in my speed builds where I'm making specific homes for people to download or for people to enjoy, I'm trying to maintain at least a semblance of normalcy. I understand that most people don't have every item in the game. I also don't have every item in the game. I would like to specify that. But when it comes to doing things like this, like these, legacy challenges and things, these houses are for me. And so I'm doing it for what I want and how I think would be best, and also how I want to play. So I used a little bit of Sims content and then a little bit of CC content, Max's content versus CC content, whatever you want to call it. And I messed around for a little bit trying to find the exact style of everything I wanted. At first, I wanted it to be like this big, oversized window, like beautiful, large, expansive build. Not expansive, I should say, but the windows I wanted to be expansive. Like I wanted almost the whole thing to be windows. But instead I ended up going with these windows, which could be from Seasons, maybe. And then in her bedroom, I did a little sliding door because in the backyard, I'm going to put a little patio back there. And that's where her yoga stuff is going to be. So instead of doing like a grill and everything outside, because she does have the simple living lot tree, I didn't really want to the grill is something that they can buy kind of whatever they want with. And I didn't really want to do that. So I ended up using this instead. So now I'm doing the outside, and I love this stone. It's so cute. And then I ended up, because of the stone, and it wasn't white, I ended up going around and changing the swatches on the windows to be more of that like beigey color, because in The Sims in Bloom, if you don't know, the colors are per generation. So we have our beautiful April here, and her colors are white and yellow. So the interior of our home is mainly white and yellow. So I used a lot of natural tones. I tried to have some fun with it. I don't remember if I used this flooring or if I used I feel like I changed it. I might have used that like shiplappy style right there. Yeah, I love that flooring. It's technically like a substrate, but it's so cute. This is also a CC floor, and I don't know if I end up keeping it, but I do end up adding a bunch of platforms. So that is something that I enjoyed playing around with in this build, is adding different levels and creating some sort of interest. So here on that little platform, the entryway is on no platform, obviously. And then one step up, so you don't need stairs or steps or anything, is the dining and the kitchen. And then I end up having to lift up the bathroom as well to match it naturally. And I do end up moving the door around for the bathroom because I really wanted to do columns and a spandrel across the kitchen. I thought it would be fun to, separate the space with that. This is my first time messing around with columns and spandrels, so it did take me a second to figure out what I wanted. I quickly learned that you can't change the color of columns once you place them, and the ones I originally placed were far too dark for my interior, so I had to change them. But once I get those up, I keep it. I maintain my little contentness with that, and I am doing wallpaper. I feel like I end up changing the floor. Maybe I don't. I don't remember the platforms being that dark in comparison to the floor color, but either way, it doesn't really matter. I do know that when I was doing this, I was trying to do a lighter wood tone because it felt more like the natural all white and yellow kind of vibe to me if it was a light wood tone. I'm not sure why I felt that way. It's just what I was feeling. I do think that I used a little bit of CC potentially Yeah, see, I also had a weird shadowy glitch. I've been having a lot of weird shadow glitches in my most recent builds as well. You can see that wall back there, like right by the dining room, has a very strange shadow glitch on it. I ended up deleting the wall and redrawing it and replacing windows and redoing all that jazz to fix it because wow, like I couldn't even figure out how to fix that. But I do end up using CC wallpaper, I think, in a few locations in this build, but I can't remember what the creator is of the bedroom set, but otherwise it's going to be Harry and Felixander, which is on one particular website that I will put in the description box below if you're interested in finding some of it. And I'll try and find who's the creator. It's Bedroom And for some reason, I can't tell you who it's made by. It honestly might pop up on the screen while I'm doing the speak build. And if you see it, then great. Hopefully I can see it at some point so I can find you the link. But I don't know it off the top of my head. So I'm just trying to find a bathroom tile, and you'll hear me complain about this a lot. I can't stand the tiles in the game. I think they're so ugly. I don't know what it is. I just cannot get behind them. And this is where I try to mess with the wall there we go. And she's fixed. I just can't. I don't like the wall tiles for bathrooms. And the other thing I don't love about platforms is the wallpaper doesn't shift up when you place it on the wall. And so it looks ridiculous because you're gonna have your like wainscoting on different heights. So I do change it. And I don't use any wainscoting when it comes to locations with platforms. But I found this little beautiful wallpaper with some crown as well as some baseboards, and it's in like a yellow tone, which is perfect. And then this stone is from Cottage Living, and that is the stone. I don't think it's the same one I used outside, but it might. It might be, but without the without the like big cobbled edges. And then that's a cats and dogs door that I just placed, and now we're moving on to the kitchen. So I did use some CC in the kitchen. I also used the Cottage Living lower cabinets. The only problem I had was I didn't like the upper cabinets like at all. And because of that, I ended up using some CC shelves instead. And then we're just shifting everything down a little smidgen because I hate when the cabinets clip into the wall. Big annoyance of mine. So anyways, I'm going through and I'm finding some CC shelves. I end up using the Harry and Felixander ones because they match the color of the, or I think those are just Harry actually, if we're getting technical, but they match the color of the butcher block on top of the country kitchen cabinets, which is great. So I used 3 on this side and then 2 above the fridge, and I just end up cluttering them up with a bunch of stuff. Cluttering them took me forever, so I don't know if I kept all of it in. If I did, you're gonna watch a struggle bus city of cluttering because as you heard me mention in the beginning of this, I had only really watched Simlissy do it, and my goodness, if you've ever seen her builds, she does it so seamlessly, and she doesn't even have to try, and she just clutters everything perfectly. So unfortunately for me, I am not that immediately successful, if you will. But I do know for a fact that I used a little bit of CC when it comes to the cluttering. Like I said, all of my clutter, not all of, but most of my clutter and most of my CC is from Harry and Felixander, and I will have that linked below. So if you do want to get the CC or you do want this build, I can upload it to the gallery. You'll have to check includes custom content on it in order to see it. But I think it's super cute and I'm really proud of it. I tried to make it a little bit country, a little bit modern. I didn't put her in Henford on Bagley. And I might have mentioned this in a later episode. I'm recording this voiceover much later than when I've recorded. I think I've now recorded 3 episodes of this series. Excuse me. And now I'm recording the voiceover. So I can't remember what I've already said in the past 3 episodes, but I didn't want her to live in Henford on Bagley because I feel like there's been other, like the 2 people actually one of them didn't, but one of the people I watched put their heir in Henford on Bagley, and I thought about it, and yeah, I understand. Brindleton Bay, you'd think the 2nd gen, which is Buttercup, and they have to own a vet. But my thought process was, if you live in Brindleton Bay, they already have a vet, so you don't need another one. If you're gonna own and run a vet, you should own and run a vet in a location that doesn't currently have a vet. So I was thinking a different world. So for that reason, I thought it'd be nice to try putting the heir in Brindleton Bay, founder. She's not the heir, she's Gen 1. I thought it'd be interesting to put the founder in Brindleton Bay because then it could at least maybe potentially spark the interest of the child in being a vet. Maybe they enjoy being in that environment. However, there's already a vet here, so they need a reason to move somewhere else. They want to start their own, blah, blah, blah. Right now, I am trying to find a cutting board. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I rearranged these shelves a million times, and this cutting board that I do find that is custom content ends up on a dining table that I use as an island instead. And I didn't end up successfully finding it here, but I do later. And the thing is, I then proceed to do other speed builds after this and forget that that's custom content. And then I have to edit out all of my searching for it, because I searched for it for probably 15-20 minutes, and I'm like, oh whoops, that's custom content, I can't use it. Also, that little canister that I'm messing with right now from Cottage Living, I love the colorways. The yellow and white is perfect. However, I do need to fudge that a little bit, because when my sim goes to play in here, she couldn't cook, so I end up putting that technically on the sink, and then move objects is on, and I pull that side cabinet out of the way, and then I slide the canisters over, and now she can use it. Essentially, if you place the object on a different countertop and then slide it over using move objects, it will work. So that's what I did. That was my workaround, because I wanted them there, but I wanted her to also be able to use her kitchen and have it be functional. So when I upload it, that will be fixed as well. And I haven't uploaded it. There's our beautiful cutting board that I search for every day for the rest of my life. When I upload it, I will have already played a little bit, which you will see in the screenshots that I have at the end. I did yesterday, which is when I recorded episode 3 of Sims in Bloom. So you'll see that there are some plants that are already up. There are some, I feel like there's additional things, and I don't remember what it is right now, but yeah, so I do obviously have all the plants planted, and some things have changed, so that's just based off me doing some gameplay in it. But honestly, other than that, nothing major has changed other than me fixing some of my functionality issues when I ended up playtesting it. So I just want to bring that up. Hopefully we're going to be done watching me. Actually, I know for a fact we're not even close to done watching me clutter up this kitchen. It took me so long, but I am so thankful for all the CC clutter, because I think it's so beautiful. Finally. And it fits the vibe of the Sims in Bloom challenge. So I really, really enjoy the clutter and all that in this build because of the CC content. I'm currently trying to find a bed. And I struggled for a hot minute trying to find one, because I wanted to use the Cottage Living one, but see, I don't love that bed, and I couldn't figure out what to do with it. So instead, I end up going to, I believe it's a Seasons bed. See, I'm second guessing all my thoughts and decisions. And I put this bed down, and then I get rid of it, and I do take the Seasons bed. It's the one where the comforter like drapes over the bed and hits the floor and has like a bunch of extra pillows. It's beautiful. I really, really like it. And it comes in a beautiful yellow swatch. So we do switch it out for that. Those are Cottage Living nightstands. Can't tell you if I keep them or not. We'll see. There we go. See that? Look at that gorgeous bed. It's so cute. I definitely keep that wardrobe, and I just used that in another build that I just did a voiceover for yesterday, so I'm sorry that you're going to see it a million times, but I really enjoy it. So that's going to be a commonality here. I also adore these little vine window coverings from the Blooming Rooms kit. I keep them in the bedroom and the kitchen, and then the living room gets standard curtains. But I thought in the kitchen that was so cute, because none of the curtains could really fit in the kitchen because of the fact that the shelves were there. They kind of like interfered. So having those little vines over it instead was absolutely the cutest thing ever. And I was so, so excited about it. Finishing up some curtains and then going back to the bedroom, because we are not done, my friends. Okay. We're going to add some artwork. We're going to add some clutter. Like I said, we're going to add all sorts of things. So this particular CC plant item is so cute. It's a little trailing plant. I find it to be absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I also love this leaning artwork that you can put on top of, like, tell me that's not the cutest thing in the world. And I also use one of my favorite pieces right above her bed, which you'll see in a minute, but I am now very minimally cluttering up the top of this dresser with the makeup tray and the blush palette. I don't add anything else. Those are the only items, despite all the searching I am doing. You would think I did more. I didn't. One more thing I want to mention super quick, and I know I've mentioned this in other speed builds, and if you've seen it or heard me say it, then great. But I just want to mention it one more time for anyone who hasn't seen or heard me talk about this. I am an interior designer. I have a degree in it. I went to school for it. La-di-da-di-da. The reason I mention that, though, is because there's a program that I use for my job and that I also use for school called Reddit. It's an Autodesk interior design program, and it's phenomenal. However, in order to get rid of the tools that you're using in the program, you have to hit escape like 3 times. Well, you only have to technically hit it once or twice, but we all hit it 3 times. Let's be honest with ourselves. And so whenever I go to do like these builds, I end up hitting escape like 3 times, and it pulls up the menu every time. I feel so silly every time. I love those antique posters, by the way. You'll see them in so many builds, strictly because they have the gallery like content or the gallery arrangement. And then that artwork over the bed is absolutely so stunning. And what I'm not trying to bring up that I'm a designer too many times. However, I used to go to design shows all the time in High Point, North Carolina, for my work. And that picture right there's a company called Lavoy, and they do rugs, but they started doing artwork where they take like rugs and tapestries and they frame them, and they are some of the most stunning pieces of artwork I may have ever seen. I don't know why. It must be the texture and the depth, and just they were absolutely stunning. And that particular piece reminds me so much of it. I love that artwork in this game. And let me tell you, if you ever see something like that in real life, I would highly recommend it. I'm just gonna sneeze, so like give me 2 seconds. All right, I think I'm good, but I might have just sneezed again. So if I disappear for another second, you just hear some music, disregard. I'm very allergic to my own dog, but I have one anyways. So I sneeze constantly, especially in my bedroom, because this is where he sleeps, so his hair is just floating all over the place, despite how much I clean it off. We are currently in the living room, and I spent a lot of time doing this particular arrangement, and then I delete the whole thing and start over, because I didn't like it. I did end up keeping that bookshelf on the side wall, but that is, I think, the only thing that I keep, because I didn't like the way it was turning out. There also is no TV in this build. I had nowhere that I wanted to put one, and truth be told, I didn't think this sim needed one. I thought that at the end of the day that this sim in particular would be more into, being outdoors and not being on their phone all the time. It felt more authentic to me, and I didn't want to ruin my floor plan and my layout just for a TV when there's other ways for them to get fun, especially when you have a sim that loves the outdoors and ends up potentially liking gardening or liking fishing or liking wellness, the skills that you end up practicing a lot. The benefit of that is their fun goes up while doing those activities instead. So with the amount of skill building activities that she enjoys on this lot, there is zero reason why I need a TV, unfortunately. The 3 clutter items on this coffee table are all CC, and they are all beautiful. I love that tray with the water. I love that vase. It has such an interesting shape and texture. And then that little plant dangling out of the bowl is just so stinking cute. I added a couple of candles just for cutesiness. And then now I'm adding that table I was mentioning. I think I grabbed one of the ones with like the rolled legs. I don't think I keep that. Yeah, right there. That one is from Cats and Dogs. And I thought that the wood on the top kind of reminded me of the cabinets and the shelves, and none of them are from the same pack, so I thought that was pretty lucky. Most of the time that tends to be an issue, but when I'm doing this, I end up rearranging some of my cluttering because I steal the cutting board that is up there. Well, maybe I don't steal it. Do I have 2 cutting boards in this? I might. I oversize it, and then I end up turning it, and I play. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? I'm so excited about it. So yeah, that's what I end up doing with my cutting board. I end up turning it and I place those items on it. It kind of gives it like a cutie pie little base. I'm not sure. I just really like it. I did this whole dining room and then I didn't like it and I redid it. So I don't know if you're gonna see that or if I cut it. I honestly can't tell you. I don't remember. But I did it. I put up these lights. I try to do this custom lighting fixture with all these CC lights at different lengths, and then I was like, oh, I don't like this. And I came back a different day and I deleted it and started over. I honestly think it was before I went into the bedroom though. So I think I did delete it, and this is what I end up keeping. So those are CC chairs, and I believe a CC table. I could be wrong, but I end up adding a light above it. I don't know which one I went with. Let's explore together. Let's find out. That one's cute. Oh, so it's that one. Maybe it's not that one. I just played in this house yesterday. You would think that I would know what lighting I did, but I can't seem to remember. I obviously was contemplating all my life choices a second ago. All I know is I tried, okay, turns out it's the cottage living light. All I know is I tried multiple options. I also tried multiple dining tables, and I end up sticking to this one at the end. I think I do shift it over a little bit because I want you to be able to access the bathroom a little bit easier from the entryway, and I want to center it on the kitchen table a little bit more. I can't perfectly center it because I still need them to move around it, but I do try a little bit. And I do end up adding, if you didn't mention, as I walked into Brindleton Bay or walked around my little area in Brindleton Bay, I said that our beautiful founder is going to need a dog because there's a dog park and it's so cute. And I end up putting the lot as like a stray dog hangout. I wouldn't recommend it. But I wanted to adopt a stray dog, so I did that to myself. So it's really my own fault, but just a heads up. Maybe if you don't want to have like 6 dogs inside your house against your will, maybe don't do that. You'll see it in the first episode, so don't give too many spoilers, but let's just say dogs decided that they wanted to just hang out at my house all the time. And I didn't invite them in. It was kind of the worst. So here I'm just adding some books and that little tray with the keys in it, which is the cutest thing ever. And then those candles on top of this little console table as you walk through the door. And then I took the Blooming Rooms kit. Did I end up getting rid of the candles? I might have. I can't remember, but that little propagation station is perfect for a gardener. It's so stinking cute. And then I ended up adding that really big Blooming Rooms kit, like cage, if you will, with all the hanging plants, because it's just it's so pretty. And it's so hard to find a place to put that particular item. But in here I had a big enough entryway that I felt like it fit great. So here's where I am placing down the dog bowls as well as the pet food. I do end up changing the dog bowls. I pulled them out from the wall because I wasn't sure if that's why the dogs weren't eating from it. Turns out I think stray dogs just can't eat from dog bowls, so that could have been the problem. But because this is the Sims in Bloom challenge, I am currently placing all the things outside that we need to build our skills. I put our little wellness meditation stool. I put our yoga mat. I now am making a patio for our yoga mat. And I also put 6 gardening beds, the large ones. So you can plant 4 plants in each. That gives you 24 plants, which is nutso. And you also have to have a cow plant this whole legacy, so I do have a spot for that. By spot, I mean under the tree. But I wanted to make sure that the yoga mat and the meditation stool were outside at least until winter, because in the description of the legacy, that is what a Sims Garden writes, is that you like to meditate under like the trees or the plants that you've grown. So that is why I did that. Now I'm currently doing landscaping, and I am not a great landscaper. This is one of, let me be real, this is the only successful landscaping I had done up to this point, because I've never paid attention. I never really even tried. And then once I saw the debug items and all the things that Simlissy does, I was like, okay, I can do this. And so I did. I think it was successful. Also, it's so funny. I didn't know that MC Command Center, you could change the weather whenever you wanted to using the mailbox. So I suffered through building this in winter, and then I also suffered through building I had to play through my cottage that I uploaded, because when I went to play it with my sim in there to get play test it and get screenshots, I saw it was raining for 2 days, and I was like, oh man, I have to play until it's sunny again. I can't do screenshots in the rain. No, I could have just clicked on the mailbox and fixed it, and I didn't. What a silly thing. I love that season's mailbox. I think it's absolutely the cutest thing in the world. I also after this build, I end up purchasing a ton more of the expansion packs just because I decided I really wanted them. And I'm really passionate about building and I wanted the items, so I did. And the one that comes with Get Together maybe is super cute and I really do like it. Because it has like that, is it Get Together? I can't remember, but it has that like full stone with the mailbox like inset into like the column. And I also love the Snowy Escapes wall mailbox. I think that's the cutest thing in the world. I'm doing some terrain paint right now, and then I think we end and you will get to see some screenshots, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are excited to watch the Sims in Bloom Legacy that I am starting here. I think this house is so cute and it's so fun to play in, so if you want it, it is up on the gallery. Like I said, it includes CC, but my gallery ID is kaitsim14, KAITsim14. Like and comment on this video. Tell me down below what your favorite part of the Sims in Bloom Legacy is, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.